Hello and welcome to the Route 9 Library's Makerspace Lab Tutorial, how to make a cutout card with the Silhouette Cameo. We are making a spring themed card, but this tutorial can be adapted to make many different types of cutout cards. We're going to make a card. The first thing we do is we go over to the rectangle shape and we draw a rectangle on the screen. Then what we're going to do is unlock, and then we're going to go to the width of 5.0 and then just the height to 7.0, and we just enter it there. And then we're going to round out our shape. We hit zoom to get onto this shape and then hold shift key to round out all four corners of the shape. So you can just go back and forth until you have the roundness that you desire on your card. Then what we're going to do is go to the offset, internal offset, which is star button, and hit internal offset. We're going to do a distance of 0.70. It's already sharp corner. Hit apply. Go to the shape here. Open the replicate panel, and we're going to duplicate the shape. We're going to do this twice, once, and then twice. And then we're going to take the one shape on the furthest to the left, move that aside, and we're going to go back to this first shape that we duplicated. And what we're going to do is zoom in, and then after we zoom in, we'll use the arrow keys to push the shape right 2 times until we have this lumpy, bumpy line in the middle. Shows that the two shapes are merged, are together, and then we're going to weld the shapes together after highlighting both sides. And what's going to happen is when we hit the weld key, it's going to make a shape where the two shapes are together, unwelded, and you can see there that the line is no longer there in the middle. Now we're going to take our internal offset, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to hit make compound path under object, and then we're going to change the color of the shape to pink. It's kind of red there. Let's change it to pink. Pink, that's a lot more easy on the eyes. Okay, and then we're going to take this, and the other one we're going to highlight yellow. Then we're going to move the shape over to our mat, and then we're going to have to fill the shape. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to move stuff off the mat, and then we're going to open a picture of a rabbit silhouette that we've already got. And once we put that on the screen, we're going to highlight it and then open the sides, make it much bigger. And then we're going to choose a shape. First, we're going to trace it. So we select trace area, and then we choose a shape, and then we open it up and trace it, but we're missing the little rabbit heart. So we go to threshold, adjust the trace threshold until it shows up like that. Then we hit trace, and the shape is traced onto the mat. And then go to edit cut. You cut that shape, and we put it onto the one that we're working on right now, and we paste the shape there, and then we move the card over, and then we move the rabbit over, and then we have to size it, so we hit zoom on the shape and move it around until it's at the right size that we want. Play around with it a little bit, and then we pick the color and we put it in pink, and then we move the size a little bit bigger so it fits on the card, and then we align it with the bottom, and then after that we hit weld, and it's welded together as one shape, and we move it off to the side. And the next thing we're going to do is to grab the text, hit the text button, and we're going to do our print. Somebody loves me. Like that. And then once we finish that, we have to go to select the text button, and then we select the text that we're going to use, and we're going to select from the different fonts here. When choosing your font, choosing a thicker, blockier font will make the text easier to read and cut with your silhouette. And we'll go with MV Bowley, and it looks like this. Bring the card over to see the size. It's too large, so what we need to do is go down to our point size, and we change it until we have enough that it fits the card. It's at 40, and then we play around with getting the card size onto the shape of the letters so it fits. Afterwards, we go down to the line spacing, and then we hit line spacing and move the letters up until they touch each other, and then we do character spacing to make the letters touch each other again, and then we just play with it till the letters are connected and they have each letter is touching one another. Very friendly letters. We want everything to touch together, so when it prints out in one solid piece and not a bunch of little letters all over the place. And then we line it up with the bottom part of the top of the card. So we hit on group, and once you hit on group, you cannot change the text any longer. Group to horizontal lines of text to preserve the spacing of the letters. Adjust the lines by dragging the text or making fine adjustments using the arrow keys. Your goal is to make sure that every letter overlaps with at least one other letter. Sometimes it takes a while before you get everything together right, but you want it all to come out as one shape. Once that is done, you go to the weld and you weld it. and you see all the letters are either touching each other or touching part of the card, so it's going to come out together as one shape. And now what we're waiting to do is make sure that the other card, the part of the card, fits onto the card evenly. So what we're going to need to do is to take this off, zoom out, and we have to put a line on the card to see where to fold it. So we get the lines, put it on shift, drag it down, and then from there we hit the group arrow and we align it first to make sure it's in the center of the card, and then we do a diagonal, it's going to be a perforated line, and then we hit group. Zoom back, take that out, and now we work on the liner for the card. Hit zoom, and then we take the knife tool and we hit take off auto apply, and then we cut a line all the way down the card, onto shift, and then hit apply, and then we highlight the line that we used, and then hit erase, and then we check our card to make sure everything fits the way it's supposed to, and it does. Alright, and you highlight and look for, fill it in with a different color. Well, like white, we have red. It depends on the occasion, but it depends on what you want to use as your color. We like white on it, and then as an eternal color we like green, but you can try other colors if you so prefer, and then from there we can go on to the card. So we plug in our silhouette machine to the laptop, then we turn our silhouette machine on. We remove the backing, hit send, and it shows what it's going to look like. Choose card style textured, heavy, and we'll do 2 passes. We take off the plastic sheet protecting the mat, put underneath the silhouette, and then we take our paper and line it up onto the mat evenly, pressing down, and then we use our tape to tape the corners to make sure that the paper doesn't slide or move during the process. Once that is done, we load the machine onto the silhouette, hitting the load button to line it up, and then we go down and then hit send. And then the silhouette does its thing where it cuts the card. And it's done. Hit unload. Alright. Take off the tape from the corners carefully. Alright, take off the paper the outside, and then we're going to take off the paper for the card. Hopefully it comes out in one piece. Yep, we slowly do that. And the rabbit and the letters all come off as one piece. Ta-da! Then we go and get the other part of the card, the insert, and put it on the mat. And then go to send. It shows it up on there. And then once we line up and put our paper in and put it in the machine, put send, and we load it and we send it. And the machine does the rest. Then we glue the back of the rabbit and the letters with some glue. I use a big stick for the rabbit to cover more surface area. Then I use a cotton band swab for the letters, because that way it gets the letters evenly without too much glue getting over on the sides. I fill it in as much as I can. And then there's the card. Just when we're done, so we peel it off, and then on the line that we perforated, just bend the card slowly and fold it over, and there we have it. Ta-da! Thank you for watching.